Okay, so yesterday was my birthday, and my friend Everett Walsheimer nominated me for the ALS Ice Water Bucket Challenge. Now, he knew it was my birthday, but he didn't know that I'm celebrating it at Point Reyes in the Stewart Horse Camp. So we don't have all the kind of conveniences like people would need, so we're going to have to modify it a little bit. But first I want to say that I'm dedicating this to a late friend of mine, a gentleman named John Winkleman, also known as Winky. John and I played ice hockey together on the same team. We later both became ice hockey referees, and I partnered with John a number of times. And John, unfortunately, died of this disease. Before he contracted it, John gave me this whistle, and I call it my Winky whistle. And I used it in a great number of hockey games. And then when I finally retired from hockey, I repurposed it to search and rescue. I'm a member of the Sheriff's Mounted Search and Rescue. And a lot of people think searchers are quiet, but they're actually very noisy. We searchers are making noise to try and attract the lost person to us. So the Winky whistle comes in real handy. So before I start this ice bucket challenge, I do need to do one thing for John, which is, first I need to signal a penalty, and I do this with my hand over my head. Then I need to blow the Winky whistle to stop play. Then finally, I need to assess the penalty. So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, referee abuse by John Winkleman. So I'm putting John in the penalty box in heaven for the next 2 minutes while I go through this. Okay, so let's get started. Again, we're in a place where we don't have a lot of conveniences. So for the ice bucket challenge, instead of dumping an ice bucket, I'm going to take this shower on the outside of my RV, and I'm going to spray myself in the head. And I promise you it's just going to be cold water. So let's see how that works. Oh!
No, sorry, Bob. Not good enough.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, come on, I got wet.
Ice is the key word.
Ice is the shit. We don't have ice, Marcy. There's no 7-Elevens anywhere around here.
I beg to differ.
What?
We have some ice in the freezer.
What freezer?
The freezer in the RV.
Oh, crap. Well, look, we only have a certain amount of water here, and we need that water for our showers, and we need the water for our horses, so I don't think I can spare that bucket full of water.
Oh, well, I beg to differ with you, Bob.
What?
Well, there's a faucet over there with water.
Where? You don't mean this. Have you seen the sign on this thing? You want me to dump cow water on my head? Yes?
Yes.
Crap. All right, we're going to do that. All right, I'm going to fill the bucket up and we're going to see what happens. All right, we got a bucket full of water here. Let's go over. I have another idea. I have a better idea. Come on over here. Come on. So this is my horse, Mikey, and I love Mikey to death. This is the first time in 20 years Marcy has seen me kiss an animal, and you're not going to see it again for 20 years. Anyway, so I have this other idea now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bucket of ice water, and I'm going to dump it on Mikey's head. And I'm calling this the whipping boy syndrome, because I'm going to feel real bad when Mikey gets his bucket of ice water on his head, and that's probably worse than me dumping it on me. So, okay, here we go.
Wait, no, I don't think that's going to work, Bob.
Why?
I don't think the Humane Society is going to like it very much. It's cruelty to animals.
Those PETA people, that ethical treatment of animals, are a bunch of liberal Democrats and wild-eyed radicals.
Okay, it's not going to work.
I guess there's no excuse. I'll just have to go and do it myself. So I'm going to take this ice bucket challenge. And one of the things about the ice bucket challenge is you get to nominate 3 other people to challenge them to do it. And the rule is you either dump the bucket of water on your head or you donate $100 to ALS. Well, I'm going to do both. I'm going to match what Everett did, and I'm going to dump the bucket of water, and I'm going to do the $100 to ALS. But the 3 people that I'm going to challenge are, first, my son-in-law, Brandon Christensen, my favorite son-in-law. He's, of course, my only son-in-law. I'm going to challenge another ice hockey referee that both played and officiated with John Winkleman and I, and her name is JJ Nicasso. So JJ, you're going to have to walk the talk. And lastly, to keep it in the horse community, I'm going to challenge a friend of mine from Mounted Search and Rescue, Al Felice. So the 3 of you have been challenged. You've got 24 hours to make this happen. Okay, so here we go. Here's the ice in the bucket. Here's the bucket. Here's the bob. Oh, I can't wait for this. Okay, here we go. Woo! Wow! Did it scare the horse again? Okay.